Hello, everybody. I'm Red Zero. This is Spook.
Hello.
We're here today with our FighterZ Season 2 predictions. So, let's get into it. We're starting with two characters that we initially didn't plan for, but we talked about it a little bit behind the scenes before we started the video, and we think they could work. Anilaza and Topo.
Anilaza is my personal pick because I think his powers would be pretty cool to see with the teleporting fists and everything.
I agree.
He has a dramatic finish with 17.
Because 17 didn't get one before.
He is kind of humongous, but because of the fact that he's a humanoid, they can just
shrink
scale him down. He also has wings, so that's cool.
Let's see. Topo. We think he could go with Kefla, who we have listed down here later. We'll get to her in a minute. We definitely think those two could go together as Tournament of Power Participants Pack 2. As Tournament of Power Participants Pack 1 would be Jiren and Ui Goku.
His powers are interesting. If he was in his God of Destruction form, his projectiles could just auto-beat any other beams or projectiles. Or
at least auto-clash them.
Yeah. Or even if he's not in God of Destruction form, or if he is, he could still be a grappler because of
if he's not in God of Destruction form, which is more likely because Dub hasn't caught up to there yet, I don't believe. We're about to get to Kefla in the Dub.
Well, either way, he could be a grappler. But I think the God of Destruction would be very cool because of his. Well, the properties that it has would be interesting to see in the game.
I think it could be like a level 7 install or something. Similar to kind of what Gohan has, except it costs all 7 bars up front to activate it.
Yeah, I think he could
kind of like Golden Freeze it, except it would be permanent. Right.
So, Jiren.
He's 100% confirmed. Here's the scan for
Well, no, not 100% confirmed. But,
pardon?
Yeah, they haven't specifically came out and said, yeah, Jiren's in.
No, they did in V-Jump. He is confirmed as a character. We have an in-game screenshot and everything.
Never mind, I take that back then. Yeah, Jiren's guaranteed, but I don't think he has a very diverse moveset, at least in the anime.
They might have to make some stuff up for him.
I think
borrow. What they might have to do is borrow a little bit from Topo and Dispo.
Yeah, well, not Dispo, but like just.
Yeah, maybe he could use Justice Flash.
Variation of that.
If Topo doesn't get it, he could use Justice Flash.
He used something similar to Justice Flash and his fight with Master Ui Goku.
Right, that weird kind of like energy explosion thing he did. Ultra Instinct Goku, you know. We don't know. No.
I'm pretty sure.
We don't want Mastered. I think Omen could happen.
I think Mastered is probably realistically more likely, but I would prefer Omen because I personally prefer Omen.
Here's the thing: 99% of the community would prefer Omen, and they listen pretty well because we got 17, even though we had no right to get him the way he is. We got him. I'm going to specifically bring up a mention of him for a reason. We need 17 buffs, like major 17 buffs, and they've shown they are willing to extrapolate a moveset, so I think that could confirm New Broly and Gogeta, which we won't get into because I've seen the movie, he hasn't, and we don't want to spoil anything for you guys.
Yeah, I think Ultra Instinct Goku is very likely if Jiren's confirmed then.
100%. New Broly and Gogeta Blue. I'll say it again, we can't really talk about these two without major spoiler warnings. And
I think they're
likely
simply because of the hype of the new movie.
Yeah,
and
if they're going to capitalize off the movie hype, maybe Shueisha will see, wow, the movie's making bank, let's greenlight it.
Yeah, it's mainly just a question of if Shueisha actually allowed them to see an early screening of it to start designing the movesets for the characters and stuff.
Because they're Shueisha.
But I don't know. I think that's a lot more likely than the other Gogetas on this list, simply because it's the new movie. They want to capitalize on that. Yeah. Business-wise, hype-wise, that would be the most logical decision.
Kefla will be fun to see. Definitely has a move set and is almost completely confirmed. You know, me and him have this running thing that every day it gets closer, we go through our predictions, and our main 5 are the 5 we have just talked about. You know, Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, New Broly, Gogeta Blue, and Kefla.
Yeah, Kefla would be cool.
We have 2 potential options for who she could be partnered with. Videl, maybe. Not a huge moveset. Might work with a great Saiyaman assist. But would that be too similar to 17 and 18?
I personally don't really want Videl. I don't think she has enough options to fully work out as a character unless they added some things
They
to her.
could surprise us with a random-ass character that we don't remember. We
Raditz,
expect.
He has enough of a moveset. He could, in theory, go with Kefla, but I
Saiyan's Misfit pack.
I personally don't want him, but he could work.
Mm-hmm. With a Saiyan's Misfit pack, Kefla and Raditz, maybe.
Turles, not much of a moveset. Neither me or Red have actually seen the movie.
So if you guys know more than we do about Turles, then feel free to leave a comment and correct us.
I know his design. I think it's a rather boring design.
I mean, it's just kind of evil Goku before Goku Black.
If anything, I would prefer Kaba over Turles, and I don't really want Kaba.
Yeah, but I figured we put him on here just to cover our bases. Before we move on to set 2, there's one more I wanted to add and kind of talk about for a second. Zarbon. Him, and if they found a way to add Dodoria, that would complete the Frieza Force. Along with
Zarbon is a possibility, but...
You know, we did see him pictured for a moment in Super Broly. I don't believe that is a spoiler, because I believe that was shown in the trailer.
Well, it doesn't. That doesn't really matter even if it is a spoiler.
Yeah, because it's such a minor spoiler. You see him for about 30 seconds. But that just confirms that he exists. So there's...
Yeah, I don't know. Zarbon is... He could have worked, but I, again, personally don't really like him.
Let's see.
Super Gogeta. Some of his moveset, I believe, was used with the current Vegeta we have in game.
No, I don't believe so, actually. I
heard something about that. But...
A couple animations might have been borrowed, but they have different hit properties from how he used them, because Super Gogeta did about 5 things in that movie.
Yeah, I don't think Super Gogeta did that much to be worth a full moveset, as opposed to Vegeta.
Unless they incorporated some of Super Saiyan 4 and some of Super Saiyan Blue.
And I don't think he's very likely to be added because of Super Broly.
There's one... If they choose not to add New Broly, which is not likely, but I'm just covering pretty much everything here, we could potentially see Blue Gogeta and Janemba, maybe.
Yeah, I think Blue Gogeta and Janemba would be my safest bets before the Broly movie was announced. I would have said, like, oh yeah, they were definitely going to be for Season 2.
You mean before anyone saw Broly, because you mentioned Blue Gogeta and Janemba. But Super Gogeta,
before we knew Blue
Gogeta, or whatever exists.
But yeah, I mean, they would be the safest bets, but now, I mean, it depends, but I think it's very likely that if we're going to get a Gogeta, it'll be Blue Gogeta instead of Super Gogeta.
We don't know if we're going to get him right away. At the end, we'll talk about who we think's coming when. The Super Saiyan Force. The reason... here's the thing about Goku. He has enough of a moveset, and they could pair him with a different Vegeta. Like, I don't know, maybe Baby Vegeta. I know it's another Vegeta. But if they play different enough, I don't think people will mind it as much. Yeah, people will complain, but people complain no matter what. It would be interesting, and people do like Super Saiyan 4, and I see a lot of people asking for him. And hell, we got 17, and...
Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I would like it, but I don't think it's very likely, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is kind of, like, if you're gonna get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you're gonna get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? But...
not necessarily, because Vegeta appeared for about one arc, and
Well, I think the most likely, if we were going to get a Super Saiyan 4, I think it would be
with
Super
Baby.
Saiyan Vegeta. But again,
Or if
Super
we
Bowl,
got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it would have to be with Super Baby 2. The
GT
entire
is a bit.
reason Goku went Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, I think GT is a bit iffy just because of the. It's not canon. It's kind of. I mean, we know we have characters like old Broly, who isn't canon in the game, but
True.
I don't know. I don't think many GT characters are very likely.
Agreed. And then that brings us to Omega Shenron and Super Baby 2. You know, only way those two could work is if they threw out the hero villain thing and made a GT villains pack.
Yeah, that would be neat. I would like to see that.
That'd be awesome.
But again, GT.
And then Satan, Hercule Satan, feel like he's.
I personally feel like he would take up a slot that a more interesting character could be in. But that's my opinion.
A lot of people are also asking for Mr. Hercule because he's just kind of always been there for some people, and people like him. I like him a lot, too. Like, I think he's funny. They did explicitly come out and say no joke characters, but I still would like to have Hercule, just because, you know, he's kind of been around in, like, every Dragon Ball video game, and it almost feels wrong not to include him in FighterZ. You know.
Super Boo, we already have two Boos. I mean,
but
I wouldn't.
If it was, like, Buhan absorbed, maybe.
Maybe.
And he could, you know, have a dramatic finish with Vegito. Yeah, it would be blue, but...
Adult Gohan 2.0.
Yeah, maybe an adult Gohan finish as well. Let's see.
I think that's pretty much everything.
Just FYI, in case people don't know what's going on, it's Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour. And that is happening this weekend on the 26th and 27th. And I believe Top 8 begins at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I remember correctly. While I'm going to look this up really quick just to make sure my info is correct, we will talk about what's going on right now, and that is... For anyone here who does not have the game yet or is interested in the game, we want to inform you that on both Xbox One and Steam, Dragon Ball FighterZ is free for the weekend.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is free. Is it free right now?
Yes, it's going to be free through Sunday, I believe.
It's free as of January 20th.
Let's see.
And then your Soul Calibur news.
Oh, yeah, Soul Calibur. So, the game was data mined with the latest update, the big balance patch and all that. And as some of you may say, you know, well, last update we found the last two, what was it? The last two... they found the last two DLC characters in the season pass, because we got Tira and we got Tubi. Let's see. We got Tira and Tubi, and then we got... Those two are already out, and then technically we don't know, but we know, that, I did pause some blinking. Cassandra and Amy are the last two DLC. And those are, Sophia's sister and the girl that Raphael adopted and taught how to fight. And then, look at that, you know, we got new names in the code. Hey, this sounds awfully familiar. Hey, Spook, Dragon Ball FighterZ, when, Season 1 was first added with Bardock and Broly.
data miners ruined the surprise.
And look what happened again. So Soul Calibur 6 is 99% confirmed to get a Season 2. Unless they just extend the current Season Pass, which I see no reason of doing. And then one more thing is, here's the schedule for the World Tour. So for Saturday, January 26th, last chance qualifiers, which is basically who qualifies for top 8. We have 10 a.m. doors open. This is for like the actual event if you're planning on going. More Dragon Ball news, more Dragon Ball Fighters, more information will be reviewed about Dragon Ball Fighters and Dragon Ball game Project Z. Project Z, I predict might happen Saturday evening. So, last chance qualifier 1 begins at 10:30, 2 begins at 1 p.m., 3 begins at 3:30, 4 begins at 6, and then event day 1 concludes. And then for the 27th, 10 a.m. doors open, 11 a.m. top 8 finals begin, 7 p.m. event concludes. I don't know what that means. I'm also going to really quick go over here and click on the stream tab and see if that takes me to a stream schedule. It does not. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
I think that's everything. Wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in. He's going to be, this man right here, he'll be around a fair bit as we cover Season 2. We will break down what happens post-World Tour. Look for that video Sunday, Monday, maybe. Tuesday at the latest. You know, I usually get a little busy on the weekend. So, hopefully I can put a little time aside and break it down for y'all.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
And
we will see you next time. Bye.